I would strongly advise Trump to do something to create a permanent disposition for Washington, D.C., because the Democrats sadly will, at some point, be in power again. And they are now definitely whacked out enough that I believe they actually will vote to make D.C. a state. They would obviously have to eliminate the filibuster, but their plan would be to eliminate the filibuster and then to immediately vote to admit Washington, D.C. and Puerto Rico as states. And that covers their ass in terms of, you would think that they would be stupid to eliminate the filibuster, because the Republicans have an advantage in the Senate, because the Republican population is spread out over more states. The Republicans really should control the Senate. When they don't, something's gone wrong. So you'd say, why would the Democrats eliminate the filibuster? Well, they'd eliminate the filibuster and then they'd immediately add 4 guaranteed senators. Now, I don't want Puerto Rico to be a state. I actually think that they should be forced to declare independence, and that way they could never be a state, obviously. But I don't think that would be as crushing a blow, and it wouldn't make as little sense as DC either. I could live with it, because I do think that this idea that demographics are going to be the only thing that determines how people vote has kind of been blown out of the water by the MAGA movement. I think that MAGA would find a way to actually be competitive in Puerto Rico, potentially. So not the end of the world. But the Washington, D.C. thing is just like, that's just 2 guaranteed Democrat senators. And it really doesn't make any sense for this tiny piece of land that was set aside as a federal district for the capital to be a state. Why would it ever be a state? It's purely just a power grab, just to add 2 Democrat senators. Like, it has to be stopped. And I've heard different proposals that make sense. Like, one of them was, you just give most of the land back to Maryland and Virginia. You make them take the land back, and only like a tiny little piece where the actual government buildings are stays DC. But whatever. In any case, somehow that needs to be settled before we lose power the next time.